caught me right in the middle of chopping my onions. You know why I'm chopping these onions? Because we're making steak and mushrooms. Look at that, I did that without even looking at my fingers because look, I lost a finger already, but I'm a glutton for punishment. Now since the last time we talked, I have been off the air because the FCC said no more Chef Reggie. But guess what? We are against the man. We fight the man. The man don't need nothing. Because everything we do is clean. Because we're working in a kitchen. And you gotta be clean in the kitchen. So as I chop my julienne, I call them, onions, I gotta get my pan up to temperature. Which takes a little bit because we're working with an electric oven. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna clean. Because I like to cook and clean at the same time, because at the end of the meal, you don't have to worry about cleaning up as much.
Safe certified?
So while I'm doing that, water's hot.
Hey, Rich!
What?
Forgot to ask you a question.
What?
Do you have any certifications?
I am chef certified, and it's called a QFO, Qualified Food Operator. Which means I'm qualified to operate food and cook at the same time. Now see, tonight we're making a special Chef Reggie marinated steak and mushrooms and onions with some beer batter onion rings. And these are going to be some of the most delicious steaks because I've been marinating them for, 3 hours. Watch Chef Reggie cut without cutting a finger. All you people who need cooks out there, don't be afraid. You can call me. I'm ready, willing, and able. I do home parties, I do catering, I do schmittering, I do smattering, and I clean as I go. Because as I said, I'm a QFO. And that kind of rhymes with clean as I go. So for my next trick, I'm going to get a little margarine, which is French for margarine, because I like to cook healthy. Some people like to use whole butter, but we use margarine because it's cheaper and healthier. So I'm going to go over here to my utensil container, grab a rubber spatula, and add a little margarine to the pan. Now with these mushrooms and onions I'm sauteing, I like to add a little garlic too. So while I'm over here in my refrigerator, I grab my garlic here, so I get that ready. Now we got a little bit of time. The pan is starting to get hot and hotter and hotter. But I want to show you something while we're waiting. Excuse me for rubbing my nose, but it itches. I want to show you these lovely New York strips, which I said have been marinating for quite some time. One for me and one for the old man. The old man's in the other room watching football, which I should be doing, but I'm here cooking for you. As I get my margarine melted, I add a little bit of oil, because if you add oil to the butter, it won't burn. There's a little lesson for you from Chef Reggie. Now here we go. we're gonna add the oil. Get the pan hot. I want the butter a little brown. Just little. Doesn't mean it's burnt, just means it's caramelized ready. I also want to apologize to all you New York Giants fans out there, because as you can see, Chef Reggie's a very big New York Giants fan too. We're on the golf course right now, joining the Dallas Cowboys, who I cannot stand. There's a very good friend of mine out there whose name I will not mention because I do not have his approval from the SEC, but his initials start with A and end with S. I'm pulling out some special spices here to add to my mushrooms and onions, which I'm sauteing. One is dried parsley for color. The other is, I can't tell you because we don't have any sponsors. But it's a very special bourbon seasoning. As I scoop my onions into the pan, which look at that, they all made it in there without falling on the floor. Because I could pan down the camera, but that would be a waste of time to show you how clean my floor is. Because I have a kitty cat, and the kitty cat doesn't need human food anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But as you can see, I'm washing my hands again because I like to remain health conscious and hygienically safe. These onions are going to take a little bit, and we don't have TV ready camera, so bear with me and watch me cook these onions. And I'm going to actually turn this pan up a little bit to high so we can add some speed to this dish. As you can see, these steaks are sitting out because I want to bring them to room temperature. Because once you bring a steak up to room temperature, it gets an more even cook and a nice caramelization on the outside. Because we're going to broil these bad boys as we go. Excuse me for a second, I'm going to go off camera and grab my special broiling pan containers, which I can't seem to find right now. But I'm still here, so bear with me. Here they are. 2 special broiling pan containers for each steak. I'm going to put these in the pan right now just to get them ready. So as I do that, we'll be back shortly to show you how this dish will be put together when it's all finished. Ta-ta for now from Chef Reggie.